What's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we are back for some player props and spreads and over-unders in the NBA for Thursday, May 13th. Let's recap yesterday. 4-2 on the day, 4-0 on player props. We're talking about Trae Young's over, free money. Russell Westbrook, the triple-double king. Well, he didn't get a triple-double, 5 rebounds short of that, but we had his over 14.5 assists. He lands on 15 on the dot. Rudy Gobert, someone that always never cashes our bets. Well, we had his over 13.5 rebounds. Boom, 20 rebounds. And CJ McCollum, our 4th player prop of the night, easily cashes his over 22.5 points. You'd love to see that. Our 2 losses, Hawks, team total over 123.5 points. To land on 120, these 2 teams, Hawks and Wizards, they didn't score for the last 2 minutes of the game. No, what can you do there? Jazz, Blazers, over 234.5 points. They're not going to hit that over when the Jazz are shooting under 40% from the field and only 25% from 3. Not going to even mad. I'm not even mad about that. I'm not an over-unders and spreads guy. I just try to give out my most confident plays of the day. We're moving on. But first, let's talk about all the new subscribers out there. 4,880 subscribers. Yes, you heard that right. Only 120 away from 5,000. I gotta say thank you to all the new subscribers out there. If you are new, click that subscribe button. Logan, who runs the MLB portion of the channel, who went 4-2 yesterday as well, 8-4 combined total for us. He's been killing it, but we're doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. Here's what the giveaway we're doing. We're both putting our favorite plays of the night, maybe like 2 to 3 legs. We're doing a parlay, 4 to 5 legs, and if it cashes, 50% of the winnings will go to a random subscriber, 50% to a random COS All-Star. So what is a COS All-Star, you might ask? It's our membership on YouTube, only $2.99 a month. It is the first link down below, and it is right, you just click the join button right next to the subscribe button down there. But we give out free picks every single day. We're never gonna be those people that charge like $30 for 3 picks. Absolutely not, that's not us. The membership is just a virtual tip jar. Maybe we made you some money last night. Maybe you're feeling generous. Like I said, it's only $2.99 a month, less than the price of coffee. We got all of these COS All-Stars on the screen. You guys are the real MVPs, the real OGs, the real people getting it down, real people that are helping take COS to the moon. But like I said, it's just your way to show your support for the channel, continue to, help Logan and I continue to give you better picks and improve the production quality. And you get a couple extra perks like some cool emojis, and you got some exclusive giveaways like this one. If you want to become a COS All-Star, first link down below, like I said, $2.99 a month. But let's see how close we can get to 5,000 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button and click the like button while you're out there. We got 9 games across the NBA slate today. Big game across the association. Be careful, do your research, be confident what you're betting. And if you're skeptical about something, no need to force the bet. There's a lot of the NBA season still left. We still only have a little bit of regular season, but the playoffs are just around the corner. Let's start with it. We're taking Domantas Sabonis over 20.5 rebounds plus assists. Sabonis been on a tear lately in May, averaging 15 rebounds and 11 assists over his 7 May games of action. He's hit this over in 6 of his 7 games. And here are his totals. 28, 29, 26, 17, 21, 28, 33. He's not really getting too close to it. He's been killing it. And now we're talking about the matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks, who has given up the most rebounds per game to opposing centers at 18.53 and the 6th most assists per game, over 5 assists to opposing centers over their last 7 games. Sabonis is playing big minutes, like 38, 39 minutes a night. And while I do expect the Bucks to win this game, Sabonis should still have a really good game, really good statistical night as he fills up the stat sheet. We're taking Domantas Sabonis over 20.5 rebounds and assists at +1. I think is like -115 value, something along those lines. I love it. Now we're moving on. The reason I'm wearing this shirt, Vucevic, although it is an Orlando Magic, a little dated, we're taking it over 11.5 rebounds, and here's why. Speaking of giving up a lot of rebounds, like we just talked about with the Bucks, who've given up the most rebounds per game over their last 7 games to opposing centers at 18.5. Hey, hello, my name is the Toronto Raptors, 18.4 rebounds per game to opposing centers, the 2nd most in the league. Vucevic has been on a tear personally and hitting this number in 6 straight games, 8 of his last 9. And like I said, the matchup against the Raptors, good as it gets, besides versing the Bucks. You look at Vucevic, he's hit this line in 2 of his last 3 matchups against Toronto, 7 of his last 10 against Toronto. He should once again pile up the rebounds against the depleted Toronto Raptors squad. We're taking it. Nikola Vucevic, over 11.5 rebounds, -128, little juiced. Don't know if I like it at 12.5. Take it at 11.5. If you don't have it, move on. We got 7 picks today. Devin Booker, over 27.5 points. Wet like I'm Book. We're taking it. With the Utah Jazz losing last night, this game becomes a must-win for the Suns. They are sitting a game and a half back behind the Utah Jazz. All it takes is the Suns to win out and the Jazz to lose one more game, and the Suns will have the #1 seed, which is big because no one wants to be versing that Los Angeles Lakers in the first round, who currently sit at the 7th seed, who will likely play in the play-in game, but you'd expect them to win that play-in game. We're talking about Devin Booker, and sure, he hurt us a couple nights ago against my New York Knicks. which are right up there. But Devin Booker has been very good recently. 30-plus points in 7 of his last 10 games, so I'm already liking it. You look at his 2 matchups against the Blazers this year, 34 and 35 points in both of them. You know the Blazers, not a great defensive team. Sure, they held the Utah Jazz to under 100 points, but the Jazz didn't make a single shot. Not much you can do there. You think the Suns, they will want to win this game. Blazers, not a great defensive team, like I already said, and they need to lean on Devin Booker to get him some points. Like I said, they don't want to be playing the Lakers first round. I think Phoenix comes out trying to win this game, and it'll be through Devin Booker, who's a mismatch on offense for the Blazers. They have no one that can guard him. I'm riding with Devin Booker tonight. Take his over with confidence. Moving on, Michael Porter Jr., over 24.5 points, minus 116. Michael Porter Jr. has been on fire lately. He is one of the hottest players in the NBA, both on the court and off the court. Just look at the haircut. Man, he's been insane. All right, that's not why you're here, but over his last 3 games, 30, 28, and 31 points. He's been putting up 17-plus shots a game in each of those contests, and the buddy is firing up from 3-pointers. I believe attempted over 10 threes in his last 3 games. He's going to be playing against his Timberwolves team. Defense, nah, we ain't doing that. You look at it, there's 3 players on that team. D'Lo, Karl Anthony Towns, and Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. All of them are just trying to fill up the stat sheet, score points. I think MPJ will be left wide open a lot of the night, and he'll be knocking down those threes at will against this Timberwolves defense. I'm taking the over. I'm not even going to think twice about it. If he wants to build a brick house out there, so be it. You can say that about any individual NBA player. We're taking Michael Porter Jr. over 24.5 points. Moving on, the Giannis, over 16.5 rebounds and assists, minus 104. And if you take a quick look at it, Giannis has been an absolute beast against this Pacers team over his career, but especially over the last couple years. And today will be no different. Looking at his game log just as a whole, not against the Pacers, he's had 17, 7, 17, and 17 rebounds, assists over his last 4 games. And so he's just cashing the over, just barely. I do understand the pause, but you look at it, so you have to go all the way back to March 5th of 2018 to find the last time Giannis did not cash this over against the Indiana Pacers. That would be over 8 games. He's played 8 games since March 5th, cashed it obviously in all 8. Here are his lines: 24 combined rebounds and assists earlier this season when he got a triple-double. Then that was just in 31 minutes. 18, 28, 19, 17, 30, 17. He's been on a tear. I don't think the Pacers have someone that can match up even close to him. And you might be thinking, Giannis might not play a lot of minutes. He's really been doing that consistently against the Pacers in only 30 to 33 minutes per game. So, what can you do there? And why is he only playing 30 to 33 minutes? Well, that's because the Bucks have absolutely destroyed the Pacers over the past couple years. And that's why we're moving into our next play, Bucks minus 8.5 versus the Pacers. So I tell you it time and time again, and if you're new to the channel, the Milwaukee Bucks are the Indiana Pacers kryptonite. And that might be said when the Pacers are fully healthy, when they got Brogdon, Turner, they got Sabonis, obviously, maybe LeVert. But tonight, all they got is Sabonis and LeVert and a bunch of scrubs. All right, I understand. TJ McConnell and Doug McDermott, their stands, get out of my comments. I don't need you. They're decent, and they got some good role players, O'Shea Brissett, and all of those players. But dating back to 2019, March 2019, these teams have played 7 times. Yes, 7 times. The Bucks have won 6 of them, and the Indiana Pacers have won 1 game. So you're like, all right, well, they've won 1, and all we need them to do is cover 8.5. I'm taking Pacers plus 8.5. But you look at the 1 game they did match was back in February 2020. Giannis, for starters, was not playing. Drew Holiday, obviously, was not playing. He was not with the team. And Indiana was completely healthy. They not only had Sabonis, they also had Brogdon, Turner, Oladipo, who's no longer with the team, and TJ Warren, who dropped a 35-piece in that 1 game that they didn't win. And they even had Jeremy Lamb, who is their 6th man. Well, newsflash, all of those players besides Sabonis is not playing tonight. Sure, you got LeVert back in there, but let's talk about the other 6 matchups when the Pacers did not win. The Bucks have won all 6 of those matchups by 19-plus points. Yes, 1-9, 19-plus points. They played back in March, 27-point victory. Back in February 2021, 20-point. Previous game, 19. Previous game, 28, 19, 19, 19. Every single game, they won by 19-plus points, and that's why I'm taking it. Bucks minus 8.5, not thinking twice there, the kryptonite. And if it wants to remain close, probably good for the Sabonis line. Still think Sabonis can hit that line with ease, regardless of how many. He's still going to play a lot of minutes unless it's a complete 40, 50-point blowout, which I don't know if it will get to that, but another 20-point victory, Sabonis will still see a lot of minutes. Last play of the day before we get into the parlay of the day, we're talking Timberwolves Nuggets over 235.5 points. Just like the analysis for Michael Porter Jr., you got a Timberwolves team that doesn't like playing defense. Sure, you look at their last three games, but where they didn't get close to this over of 235.5. They played weak offensive teams. Talking about the Pistons, Magic, and Heat, all bad 3 defensive teams. Before that, against good offensive teams, talking about 274 combined points versus the Grizzlies, 276 versus the Pelicans, 240 with the Jazz. You got a Timberwolves team that has scored 119 plus points in 5 of their last 6 games. You got the Nuggets led by Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. I think this over cashes. The last time these two teams played, they combined for 239, and game before that was 233. They've scored. Oh, and I forgot to say, we're getting Greek Freaky tonight. I'm sorry, I forgot that. Of course, we're getting Greek Freaky for Giannis. Sorry, my bad. Moving on. Yeah, we got the over 235.5 points, and we're taking it. I think it cashes. Ant-Man, Karl-Anthony Towns, and MPJ were all not playing in that most recent game. Again, well, the game that they only combined for 239. Well, Ant-Man was off the bench, but all these 3 guys can fill it up. We're taking the over with confidence, 235.5 points. Moving on, parlay of the daytime. The video is a little long, and I'm zooming through it. If you want to watch a recap, it's on callonourshot.com. Go check out the website. But Nikola Vucevic, over 11.5 rebounds. Sabonis, over 20.5 rebounds plus assists. And Michael Porter Jr., over 24.5 points. I'll put the parlay odds right here on the screen. And a recap, we obviously had the 3 plays I just talked about. Vucevic, over 11.5 rebounds. Sabonis, over 20.5 rebounds and assists, which if you don't have 20.5 rebounds and assists, you don't have them combined, I take his rebounds. Giannis, over 16.5 rebounds and assists. If you don't have that one, I'd combine that. I'd probably it'd go 50-50 on his assists or rebounds. He's been hitting it pretty consistently for both of them. Other 4 plays, Michael Porter Jr., over 24.5 points. Devin Booker, over 27.5 points. Bucks, minus 8.5. Timberwolves Nuggets, over 235.5 points. A lot of plays, 7 plays of the day. Good luck to everyone out there. Go make some money. Subscribe if you're new. Go check out Logan's video. I'll put it right here on the screen. And go become a COS All-Star. Why not? We probably made you some money last night, so go become a COS All-Star. Only $2.99 a month. Come on, you cheapskates. I'm just kidding. Not calling anyone out. You guys are the absolute best. COS to the moon. Can we hit 5,000 subscribers today? I don't know about that, but let's do this thing. Good luck. Let's make some money. Peace.